Welcome back. I am so excited to jump into Photoshop today in our digital skills class. This is going to be so much fun. Photoshop has been around for quite some time and is a really powerful tool that has many different uses. As you can see here, this is kind of the very first Adobe Photoshop logo. This has been around for quite some time, since 1989, and you can tell it's really pixelated, but it's been around a while. This right here is the very first workspace, and it's not very big, and it doesn't have a whole lot of the bells and whistles, but to think that the Photoshop that we know and love today came from this is pretty cool. Photoshop has gone through very many versions through its time, and each time Photoshop has added some more fun uses and things that would help it be more powerful. And even to this day, the very most recent version of it has some really great additions that are going to be really, really powerful. And so as it keeps growing and as it keeps getting more intuitive, they'll be adding more things. And so that's something that you really want to keep an eye on. Or here, Photoshop, they think really things in the media. And we have all heard this, and it has become almost a verb where people have said, oh, they've been photoshopped. And you can see that here on this magazine cover. There's definitely some editing that happens to photos in the media pretty often. Another way that Photoshop is used is through a composite. And this one's really funny. You know, you can take things and you can change the way they look and where they are in relation to other things and create a whole new picture with a whole new conversation. Yet another way, you'll see this a lot on social media, is where people are using Photoshop to make funny posts, like this guy right here. Could you make me and my friend look the same height? And there we go, done. So those are some really funny ones, and you'll find those all over social media. Another great thing that is used is something called a composite. And that's when you're taking two different pictures from two different worlds and you're merging them together to make them look like they belong together. This one here is a perfect example. We have the jellyfish in the sky, and it becomes almost like an art piece. And here's another one where there is a girl running through a field, and the photo has become this night scene that's almost a little dreamy with the beautiful moon in the background. So you're going from the middle of day pretty much to the middle of night. And then here's another one where it's very, you can see where the two photos have been merged together to create something that looks really realistic and really good, honestly. And yet, here's another one. This is being used more and more often lately, is creating kind of a graphic piece of art using Photoshop. Now, a lot of people have done this with physical pieces like paper or cutouts or things like that. But here, you get to do that on a digital format, which gives you so many options to be able to really move things around and create something that's really interesting and really graphic in nature. These composites are fun. They get to use different pieces and different media to create a really great piece of art. But probably the most known use of Photoshop is with photographers, and you can use it to really change your photo and enhance it to look just amazing. You can change the values, you can change the way that it comes across, you can change the tint, and it makes it a really powerful tool to really enhance any photography. So today we are going to do something a little new, a little different. This is going to be our first project. We are going to create a composite, just like this one here, where we're going to take two photos and we're going to merge them together. And this will be our very first project here with Digital Skills. And once you're completed, you will have something like this. So join me as we get started on our self-introduction project.